Hello, welcome to Nacieltarot. My name is Elle, and we will be doing an Archangel Michael guidance message. And I have 4 piles here. The first pile is the flame, the second is the forest, the third is the underworld, and the fourth is the bridge. And I will just give you a moment so that you can take a deep breath and connect with your sensor and intuitively pick the pile that you feel most drawn to at the time. Just know that this is a timeless reading, so whenever you do watch this video, this message will apply to the situation that you may be presently going through. And if not, then try and choose a different pile. And it is okay if you choose more than one. You know, sometimes you have multiple things going on and can have multiple messages from Archangel Michael. Okay, I'm going to start with pile 1, the flame. I'm going to take the others away here. I hope the music in the background isn't too loud. My camera tends to have static in the background for some reason, so I just play some music just to kind of drown that out a little bit. You do have the archetype of the flame, and I'll read that later on. First, I am going to start with your oracle cards. I'm just going to lie these out so that you can see them for yourself. Just in case you get your own intuitive messages seeing these. And that is very, very much possible. Excuse me. Okay. I am going to have to read your Yogic cards and your angel cards. Yes, a lot of those actually. Let's see. I will go ahead and say first off, if my pronunciation of these are incorrect, please forgive me. I will do the best I can to pronounce them correctly. The first one we have here is Vishuddha. And as I can visibly see, it is dealing with the throat chakra. And then we also have Atman. Atman is reverse. So let me get the book and read there. Start there. I do love these cards because they really just explain a lot and just really helps in whatever situation that you're going through. I enjoy using these cards in my everyday life just so I can get in full detail of what's going on. So I'm going to start with Vishuddha here. And it says, you came to this world to speak and express, and you are doing so beautifully. Now is the time to let your unique vibration shine. Speak your truth, write your message, sing your soul's language, express your innate art. This is a wonderful time to begin any communication-related project, such as a book, podcast, or business, or take your existing project to the next level. The throat chakra reminds us to speak our truth, so continue to share what is on your mind with your closest relationships. Remember that it is just as essential to listen as it is to speak, and great communication skill comes in mastering both. Listen to those around you to deepen relationships, and listen to those who inspire you to deepen wisdom. Know that most communication is not in the words spoken, but rather in their expression. This is the time for you to craft your own. I like that. I love the color of that card. It's my favorite color. So definitely speaking up for yourself. It's coming through here. The first tarot card that I pulled for you guys was the Tower card. So definitely something is being changed here. A sudden change here. Or a change that needs to be made here at this moment. Um, you also have the King of Swords, which of course, speaking your truth, having the confidence mentally um, to say what you need to say, being bold. And then we also have here the Seven of Cups and the Six of Cups. So perhaps there is some hidden truth that needs to be revealed, or something that you're trying to hide needs to be said. Perhaps there's a relationship that needs to be let go of. And the truth will come forth, and the illusion will be dismantled, and it would need to change. But definitely needing to stand up for yourself and speak your own truth. Okay, I'm going to read your next oracle card there, Atman. Let's see which page he is on. 24. Atman in reverse, it says, perhaps you are experiencing the pains of earthly life, stress, fear, trauma, jealousy, anger. You have gotten caught up in the day-to-day and lost touch with your greater connection to the universe. Have you forgotten that you are a child of the stars? Spend some time underneath the universe's curtain late at night and reconnect with the lost fragments of your soul. You are stardust, shaped as a human and filled with all the wonders of the cosmos. Open your eyes to the magic that exists around you and within you. Definitely. Your this one here is from the Hidden Wisdom deck, and your card is 38. And it is the Keeper of the Scales, and it says fairness and balance, which I like that it says that, especially with the Seven of Cups in this deck that I'm using here, how he's balancing on one foot there. Sorry, I had to change the song. So I am going to read your Keeper of the Scales card. The law of harmony is enacted when the Keeper of the Scales comes to you as an ally. Align with her as the law states, making conscious choices that create balance in your life. When you do, you also magically align with the abundance of the universe and the powerful forces of synchronicity. This creates conditions and possibilities that lead to the fulfillment of your highest intentions. Harmony begins with the self and then resonates outward to others. You are in harmony with yourself when you nurture yourself with love, respect, and acceptance, always fully taking responsibility for your actions. Only then can you be in harmony with others. This is because love is the central force that connects all of life and aligns you with like-minded others. Another message is restoration and in the positive, fair resolution in all disputes, including those involving the legal system or other important exchanges. The Keeper of the Scales is a just and kind ally, always making sure balance is activated on your path. Exactly. I like that. I like that. Yes, so definitely balancing your life out. Removing all of which that doesn't need to be there anymore. And I know, we love to hold on to things that are of comfort or that we feel somewhat in control of. But if anything, we should always try and detach ourselves from what we're trying to control, because technically we can't control anything outside of ourselves. Um, but definitely removing what doesn't need to be in your life at this time, and speaking up for yourself, speaking your truth, saying what needs to be said and not being afraid to do so, um, going within and connecting with your higher self, allowing you to receive the message and the answers that you're looking for, and taking the action and the steps to make better choices for yourself that aren't conducive to what other people think that you should do, but what it is that you feel in your heart that you know you should be doing, even if it, shakes some things up. If it was meant to remain in your life, then it would. But the longer that you hold on to it, the harder it will be for you to receive the blessings that you should actually be having and enjoying and being fulfilled with. It's easy to want to remain in bond to what you're used to and what you're comfortable with and what you have history with. But as you grow and as you learn yourself more, you have to release the parts that resonated with the old you and start seeing the real you and letting that part of you be illuminated. That way it'll begin to attract newer people, new blessings, new opportunities, prosperity, health, abundance, everything that you desire. And it won't come with struggle and challenge and anything that isn't helping you or motivating you or helping you move forward in life is holding you back. So it needs to be released and it needs to be removed from your life so that you can move forward in newness, in a better living situation, in a better career, in a better mental state, an emotional state, and spiritual state, improving yourself. So I'm going to read your angel messages. You have let go and you also have harmony. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory there, but I'm going to go ahead and read the book because I enjoy reading the book. I like the message that the cards present as they are. I'm going to start with let go here. And it says, we are so conditioned to following trends and trying to keep up with others that we become entrapped in a cycle of fear and want. We believe that possessions and temporary things will give us happiness and fulfillment. But this couldn't be further from the truth. Our attachment to material things often prevent us from finding the true meaning to our lives. By giving, sharing, and using those possessions, you do have to assist your fellow human. You bring some deeper meaning to their use. Recognize that all your material possessions are temporary, and although some may give you security, most are what trap you into staying in a job you hate or living a life that may seem pointless. Real meaning in your life can only be obtained by surrendering and letting go of the things, people, and situations that hold you back from fulfilling your true purpose. That's awesome, because that's what I just said. Coolio. See, that was the message. Okay, let's read harmony. Harmony seems to be missing from so much of society today. Conflicts seem to be the norm, but a state of harmony can be achieved, bringing peace and acceptance to any situation. Much of your state of conflict occurs within your thoughts. What you worry or anguish about is your mind dominating your experience through judgment and fear. Learning to quiet the mind and objectively view people and situations as they come into your sphere of being will help you find harmony. When you are accepting of others, You will not only bring harmony into your life, but into theirs as well. Open your heart to allowing harmony where there is discord in your life and the world around you. Awesome. So yes, I know it may be difficult. I know it may seem difficult. That's because your ego wants you to hold on to the way that you were used to doing things, the way that you were used to surviving. But that's not you anymore. So it's time to move forward. It's time to allow that new you to settle in and take place and be at home and release that old you. You know, you're growing, you're evolving, you're enlightening, you're awakening more to yourself each and every single day. And that's a beautiful thing. And you just have to realize that there are some things and people that you cannot take with you on your journey any longer. Because they hold you back. They hold you back. And as much as we can love people, they can also still be not the best for us at where we are in our lives anymore. You know? I'm going to read your archetype card here. Wow, I went right, right to the one I needed. Okay. Yours is the flame, and it says, in Sanskrit, the word for fire is Agni. The ancient yogis saw this flame at the center of the abdomen and believed it to be responsible for our vitality. When it is lit, excuse me, we are connected to our purpose and sense that life is a sacred gift. It is said that those who cannot see the sacred around them have let their inner flame go out. Think of this card as a call to reignite that fire, to cup your hands gently around those things you have forgotten and protect the flame, no matter how harshly the winds around you blow. It could be an inner archetype that begs you to light its wick. It is likely that the poet, the mystic, or the shaman would call to you with the language of the flame. Let's see. On the side here it says, to enliven the connection with this archetypal energy, practice the candle gazing technique called Trataka. Notice how lighting a single candle in any space brings magic to the room and creates a sense of reverence. Okay, so that is all I have for you, pile one. I thank you for listening, for being present and engaged and open and receptive to receiving this message. I do hope that it helps your situation. And if it does, that's great. And if not, if it doesn't resonate with you, just pick another pile. I am going to move on to pile number 2, the forest. This is beautiful. I like that for the groups. There's a lot of red, orange, yellow, and green being present. So it's reminding me of the root, sacral, solar plexus, and heart chakras. Honestly, this one has all of them, so that's really cool. Of course, your Yoshi cards that you got is, please forgive me if I do not pronounce these as perfectly as I should or can. I will do my best. So I'm just gonna lay out your cards here and let you be able to view them in case you intuitively get your own message. Oh, especially with this High Priestess card here, so it is very much possible that you are capable of divining your own message here. But I will read from the book for most of these and, you know, read your tarot cards and everything. Let you know what messages I just intuitively feel at this time. I'm going to start with your Yogi cards. I love these cards because they go into depth about what message you need to hear at this time, or what it is that you need to know. And I like these for when I need detail. When I need as much detail as I can possibly get, when I want to divine messages with any oracle cards. So your first one is, again, forgive me for the pronunciation, Pratyahara. And this one is a yoga. Okay. Let me get to page. 8 stages of yoga. Control of the senses. Okay. It says, recently you have let go of some distractions in your life and everything has upgraded since. You have realized that holding on to things, food, stimulants, or people only keeps you anchored to the physical world. Truth lies in letting go of all that is not you. The daily coffee, piece of chocolate, social media addiction, or need to buy, those were once such a part of your identity but have now diminished. Okay, that's what is wrong with my speaking. This is the time to go deeper into Pratyahara and let go of any attachments, even those that are less obvious. Continue to meditate, which draws you immediately into Pratyahara and illuminates what it is you are holding on to. It is only from here that you can listen to the truth within and act accordingly. I like that. Yes, removing distractions from your life. Letting go of attachments, even those that are less obvious. Continue to meditate. Okay, sorry. I just like to go back over and read it. I'm going to move on to Ojas. I believe that may be how it is pronounced. I'm going to skip this song. Even though I do like that. Sorry. I want it to be less weathery in the background. Okay. Ojas is subtle essence of health and well-being, peaceful and patient. It says, one look is all it takes to see how much Ojas someone has. Have people been coming up to you and telling you how healthy, rested, and happy you look? This is Ojas. Ojas is the subtle essence related to health and well-being with which you are filled. You radiate good health in your glowing skin, peaceful demeanor, and patient essence. Your dietary and lifestyle choices are showing up in your appearance, and your inner state is reflecting in your outer. Continue caring for your sacred vessel and nourishing your body with the foods and practices that make you thrive. I just want to let you know, as I read that, there is like just a flow of peace that I felt wash over my body. It's so funny. Such a strong feeling. So that may be how you feel, just at peace and content with life, freely letting go of the things that don't serve you anymore, not holding on to anything, just detaching, going with the flow of things, loving yourself, connecting with your spirit team, being divine and beautiful, and just being honestly in your high priestess energy, whether you're male or female. We have both divine feminine and masculine within us, and we are capable of being the high priest or the high priestess. So definitely being in that deep spiritual intuitive energy, just connected with source, connected with your higher self, and just putting that love and energy and emotion back into yourself that you were giving to other people. It's like falling in love with yourself all over again. Or, well, not really all over again. Learning to fall in love with yourself, I'll say that. But it truly feeling intense, like a feeling like you've never felt before, really. because it's a deep love for yourself that you may not have experienced before. At least for me, I'll use my life experience for an example. Um, I don't know. It was hard for me to believe in love, or not believe in it, to know what it feels like authentically. I'll say that. And I didn't always have love for myself. And that was something that I always wanted to feel, but never felt like that I could actually achieve, until recently, actually. It was just having a revelation and just feeling a deep love within myself and for myself that was unlike what I've ever felt before. So for me, that was really life changing and transforming for myself. Definitely feel different, so that's good. But definitely had to let go a lot of relationships and partnerships that I thought were meant to last in my life for a long time, and not feeling guilty because of that. You know, just detaching from what I assumed was good for me, but having those revelations and truth being revealed within myself from my higher self to see things beyond what I was perceiving them as. You know, really having that higher perspective. You do have the Two of Cups here, and that's why I said letting go of partnerships that you thought were going to last in your life. People can stagnate you. They can block your blessings. They can hold you back, whether consciously or subconsciously, you know. Sometimes they have things attached to them that attaches itself to you, and then you're just feeling held back and stuck and trapped when really it isn't you, it's what's attached to you. And not feeling guilty of letting the things go that you wanted to hold on to dearly. You know, it's okay to outgrow people, careers, jobs, lifestyles, ego. It's okay to outgrow, even though your ego is always with you, but you know, it's okay to outgrow the old you, I'll say that, and fall in love with the new you and express that version of you freely. Okay, I'm gonna read your angel card there. Yours is love. It says, love is at the core of our being. In order to give love to others, it is vital for you to first learn to love yourself unconditionally. True love is not about possession or judgment. It is about genuine, heartfelt compassion for another person or being. Love is a sense of respect, caring, compassion, and acceptance that brings a deeper connection to others and a stronger sense of belonging. In order to feel a genuine, deep love for self and others, you must be willing to open your heart, even at the risk of being hurt. Don't be afraid to accept love from others or give love, for its ability to heal a wounded heart and to heal the world is immense. I love that message. So yes, definitely just freaking pouring that love into yourself, and just like sometimes I'll just like start motivating myself in my own head, and just it's just like remarkable how much I've changed and grown. And it's just like, oh my gosh, I used to want to be here at this place of loving myself authentically and genuinely, and here I am. You know, I used to think that was very far from me, so forgive me if I sound like, oh my gosh, I'm so in love with myself. Not in a vain way, in a self-acceptance and self-loving way, I'll say that. I'm going to move to your Hidden Realms, your Wisdom of the Hidden Realms cards here. You have 3 of them that popped out, so I hope that there's definitely some wonderful message in here for you. I love these cards, by the way. I love all the cards I have. They give great messages. Really helpful in situations that we're going through. Okay. I put them in numerical order. So 3, 4, 44. Oh, look, 444. See, the angels are with you, dude. If you felt alone, just know that you're not, boo. Okay. 3 is the Spirit Whisperer, Divine Guidance, Higher Knowing. As an ally, the Spirit Whisperer comes to you heralding the miraculous and the inspired. She whispers guidance from the divine through your higher senses so that you can hear her wisdom and know her love for you. She is committed to helping you intuit the next right action and steers you away from trouble. The Spirit Whisperer keeps you inspired to move forward, always knowing just in time the correct next step. She guides you to fulfill your highest purpose. When she appears, it is a sign of inspired ideas that, with continual action, lead to success. That is a very good omen. If your question is about a relationship, the Spirit Whisperer speaks of soul connections, past lives, and great learning through mutual mirroring. She will whisper how long, how short, how deep, and how sweet the relationship can be. There were soul bargains made even before you both were born here, and an exploration is in order. You may move forward, but keep listening to the Spirit Whisperer for the lessons that the vulnerability of love brings. I like that very much. Your next card is for the Dream Weaver. Synchronicity, divine intelligence, intelligence, I don't know why I pronounced that correctly, cause and effect. Sorry, it takes some water. It says the web weaver rejoices that your creations are far-reaching and have positive effects on the many. Every action, every thought, every word and deed is woven into the web of creation. When a web weaver appears as your ally, she grants you the way to others of like mind and intention and lets you know you're not alone in your endeavors. Just when you need to make a connection, like magic, synchronicity occurs. Music reverberates through the web and plays in harmony with your own. This is a sign to trust in a connectivity between all events. Magic is afoot for you. If your query is about a relationship, the web weaver gives you assurance that meaningful coincidence comes through to give you reason to hope. Potential grows into reality with care and patience. Remember that the web reaches far and wide, and you are only capable of perceiving a small part of it. Trust and pay attention to the patterns you see play out in your life. All things will be revealed through the web. Ooh. And it doesn't mean social media. That came through as a message. It does not mean the World Wide Web, people. It does not. Or it could be, who knows? Who knows? Because sometimes I get on Instagram and I get a message that I just need to see and read at that moment. So it could be. I'm not saying go just like spend a whole bunch of time on social media trying to get messages. They'll come to you in synchronicity, as it should, in divine timing, as the messages should. You don't have to go searching because it will find you. It will find you. Okay, let's see. Your last card here is 44. The Lady of the Mirror. Reflection, non-judgment. The Lady of the Mirror is both ally and challenger, asking you to see yourself in the mirror made by the events in your life. She represents the powerful force of the law of attraction and reminds you that what you are is what you attract. This isn't to say that you need to blame yourself for inviting transgressions, or if you find yourself a victim of a big picture event, say a war. This is a distorted interpretation of this law. Certain events are fated to test our faith. Rather, find yourself within the web woven through your life, your relationships, opportunities, desires, seeming failures, and successes. Right. Observe how you have responded to life's challenges, great and small, and be aware of what is familiar in the present.
Release all judgment and accept things exactly as they are with love. The Lady of the Mirror asks that you honor every part of your story as essential to your highest unfolding. Can you see yourself as being exactly where you need to be on your path? Do you love what you see in the mirror? Can you perceive your part in your reactions and the motives behind your current inquiry? You will find your answer in a thorough and honest self appraisal. That's so funny. I said that. Um, I just like started motivating myself, which is weird. Well, not weird, but just different because I'm not used to it. So, yeah, that's cool. Yes, I like those. I hope you could understand those as I read those, honestly, because part of me just felt like I was just running through the sentences rather than pausing where I needed to pause and not allowing the messages that needed to be heard be heard. But you can always just, rewind the video and listen again if I sound confusing. Sorry. Um, I'm going to read your archetype card, the Forest. Sorry. Would you stop that? Okay. We are going to 36. There we go. The Forest. Consider for a moment your earliest memory of the forest. It is likely it included all the mythic dynamics of this archetypal space. A little fear, a little enchantment, perhaps losing your way, perhaps discovering a secret mystical treasure. Such is the magic of the forest. It requires first that you enter it, and then that you get lost within it. You may think there is a path to lead you straight through, but soon enough you'll be on what is known as the pathless path. There are tricksters here, dense foliage, and entanglement. But equally present are the glimmers of fairy light and friends among the trees. You are on an adventure now, and there is no turning back. So embrace the dim light and the moving shadows, whether literal or imaginal. Brave the forest and get lost, getting found. Definitely. I like that. So yes, go within, find yourself, love yourself, bring out the best you that you can possibly be. Allow that person or that energy or that newer self just blossom out, dude. It's okay to change. It's okay to grow. It's okay to evolve. No one's saying you gotta stay the same. And if anyone is telling you that you gotta stay the same, it's not really rooting for you at all. If you're feeling compelled to change or to grow, then you do so, boo. You do. Okay. Thank you. That was all I have for you, pile 2. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Let me know in the comment section below. I'm going to move on to pile number 3, which is the Underworld. I like this card. It looks busy, but I like it. It's like being in the jungle at night and just having all kinds of creatures around you, not knowing what all lurks in the shadows. The Underworld. Okay. I'm going to put your cards out and allow you to be able to see them all. And, if you get your own intuitive message, then that would be great as well. Everyone's capable of divining their own messages. I'll definitely read the cards. Honestly, the cards have been really spot on with the other groups. And so, let's see. I'm pretty sure this one will be just the same. I'm trying to find a good spot for these. Okay. And then these are your Wisdom of the Hidden Realms cards. Your angel cards here. Trust the Flow. And Universal Heart. I love all of this purple. Well, violet. You got going on in your group. Reminding me of chakra. All right. I used a different tarot deck for you guys in pile 4 as well. Sorry, not trying to be a perfectionist here, but just wanting to get all of your cards to where they're visible for you. Let me make sure that they are visible to you, at least. Okay, good, that works. Okay, good. Sorry if you hear me getting in and out of my chair. But anyway, I'm going to start with your Yogic cards here. I enjoy reading the book. I like the messages that they give. And it's always just a wonderful, insightful message that'll help either spark an idea or allow you to see something in a different way that you weren't seeing it before. So we have Krishna. So I had to apologize to the other two groups because there were a couple cards that I didn't know if I were pronouncing correctly, but these two I can. I can pronounce Krishna and Kundalini. Kundalini? Yes, okay, got it. Okay. So Krishna is God of compassion and love. It says, what does it feel like to be totally enamored, raptured, and captivated with love for the divine? This is the essence of Krishna. You have entered a time where you have realized love is something so much greater than passion between two people. Instead, it is the origin of all life, where everything blossoms. You have trusted in the greater forces of the universe, and in return, it supports you with an all-encompassing arms, embracing you like stars in the sky. Continue trusting that the divine is omnipresent, and that you are not only a part of the universe, but the entire universe exists inside of you. Krishna also reminds you that play is a form of prayer. I like that. Then the next one is Kundalini. I like to say that. Okay. It is primordial cosmic energy, serpent power. Okay. Kundalini is rising. The serpent-like energy that exists in the base of your spine, the Muladhara chakra, has awoken. Forgive me if I pronounce that incorrectly. You may have noticed that you feel more spiritually aware than ever before. You are more sensitive to energies and quickly manifesting your thoughts. Your psychic abilities are rising, and you feel the flow of energy that vibrates in every being. Your heart is full of a deep compassion and desires to serve others, and you have a keen awareness of your purpose. This is Kundalini rising. Stay grounded in this process. Connect to nature, exercise, journal, practice yoga. Through grounding, you will be able to experience a beautiful and blissful Kundalini awakening that takes you exactly where you were meant to be. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. What was I going to say? Oh, yes. Sorry. I have to. I lose my train of thought sometimes. Let me try and get it back in a second. Hold on. Because I wanted to say something. Oh, here it is. Okay. Sorry. It took me a second to get back to my train of thought. In this message here that I just read, it says your psychic abilities are rising and you feel the flow of energy that vibrates in every being, which is really great because here you have the High Priestess card, which means you are in an energy where you are in tune with Source, with your higher self. And you're able to see things now from a different perspective that you weren't able to before. And honestly, I love when that happens. And also, I have a love-hate relationship with that. Because sometimes I'll have a revelation about something and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe my higher self just informed me of this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I knew this the whole freaking time. And then I'll be upset about it because I'm like, well, why didn't I, know this when I needed to know it? But of course, you receive your messages when they're in tunely and in divine timing as they need to come. It's when you really need to see it. And maybe I wasn't seeing it back then. So that's also that case as well. Opening up and expanding more, especially with this Kundalini rising that you have, expanding that more and allowing it to reverberate within you and transform you and deepen your connection with yourself, with the universe, with God, whomever you believe in, and allowing that to transform and take place and bring you into a higher awareness so that you're in this high priestess energy and you're able to see past the illusions that people are trying to get you to see, and you're seeing past the lies, you're seeing past the deceit, you're seeing past the trickery and the mind games that they're trying to play on you, which I think is what's going on here with your Emperor card and your Seven of Cups. But you're seeing past the illusion that someone that you held in high regard has been intentionally playing against you the entire time. You weren't aware of it at first, but now you are. And having that awareness, you're able to move forward in a new direction, leaving that behind and having a passionate new beginning elsewhere, And I like this salamander that's on the Ace of Wands here. It's like adaptability. And I don't know if you know this, but like how they have, I'll say reptiles, little reptiles, like lizards or whatever. Have you ever seen a lizard lose its tail and it just grows another? Well, no, does the tail grow back? Which of it that grows back stuff? I think it is a lizard. Okay. Well, Google that. Google that and just check that. I think it's the lizards that grow back their appendages that get lost or whatever. Okay. So yes. So anyways, I don't know where I was going with that, but okay, yes, adaptability. Adaptability. Being able to just adjust to your environment, to your new self, to your higher self truly, and allowing that to take over and reveal to you everything that you need to see and know at this time. And that gives you hope, that gives you a different perspective, that gives you a new passion and motivation to move forward, doing what is best for you and leaving behind what isn't. Seeing the truth for what it is and not continuing to believe the lies, That's just ignorance right there. It is. If it triggers you, sorry, not sorry really, but to know the truth and still do the opposite, that's just pure ignorance, to be honest with you. And if it's hard for you, I understand, but it doesn't make the decision to do it less, less substantial. Like, you still need to do it, whether you feel like you shouldn't, because it's either going to become a tower moment for you where what you're wanting to hold on to will eventually hurt you so that you have to let it go. Or you can just choose to believe what you see, believe your intuition, and not try to create any other illusion about anyone that isn't serving a higher, not a higher purpose, but that isn't serving your highest good. Choose to walk away from that. Choose to go in a different direction, and there will be a new beginning for you. It's a new beginning for you to express yourself. A new passionate beginning. Honestly, It's a new gift. It's a gift from the universe. Whether it's a new way of seeing things, a new way of being able to express yourself that you weren't able to before. You know, some people try and change you the way that you are, and you don't need to change for them. You know, change for you, because that is what will stick. If you're trying to change for somebody else, it's not going to stick because it's not you. You're just doing it for them. You know, it's not the authentic you. And it'll just ruin you, truly. Like trying to be something that you're not. That's not good. So, let's move on here to your Wisdom of the Hidden Realms card. You have the Phoenix at 29. Whoop. Resurrection, surrender to change. And you also have 35. The Lady of Lightning. Surprises, sometimes shock, total paradigm shift. I like that one. Those beautiful cards. Let's see. 29. The Phoenix. It says the Phoenix appears as your ally to celebrate your journey and to ensure your ultimate success. This is true even if it appears that you have just passed through a metaphorical experience of death or are currently enduring a perception of failure in your life. Death and rebirth are related when you enter the realm of the Phoenix. Seen in this light, nothing truly dies, but rather changes, from one ending directly into new beginnings. Oh, wow. The Phoenix is constantly reinventing itself and rises up whole and new and even more powerful with every death it experiences. This could signal an end of a relationship or of a dynamic within one, or an end of a job, a project, or even a life. Perhaps no failure is involved, but it is time for a complete overhaul of your circumstances. You may be tired of what you are doing, or you may know intuitively that it is time to move on and try something new. Whatever the case, a death of the old and a celebration of new life are called for. Whatever you do now will indeed be a successful endeavor, for a rebirth is imminent. Wow. Well, thank you, Archangel Michael, for confirming what your message is. Definitely letting go and moving forward and transforming yourself. Oh my gosh, that's so wonderful. Surrender to that change. Yes. Do not hold on to what you do not need to be holding on to. It hurts more to hold on to it than it does to let it go. I promise. I promise. Okay. 35. The Lady of Lightning. As an ally, the Lady of Lightning brings powerful forces of change into your life. She tells you to expect a sudden shift in your circumstances. Perhaps a situation you weren't anticipating arises and offers you the opportunity of a lifetime, or a series of aha moments culminates in a pivotal flash of insight, causing everything to change just like that. Maybe someone enters your life and pushes you to new heights. You may have a brilliant idea that hits you like lightning. Be prepared. Change is imminent and a total paradigm shift may be upon you. Don't resist the changes, as this kind of lightning isn't something you want to fight. Great things are happening when a Lady of Lightning appears. Dude, I legit just said those things, and I love that the cards literally just confirm that. This is why I love this. Okay. We are going to move on to your angel messages, and then I'll read your underworld, and then we'll be good for 3. That's what's up. I love that. I love that the oracle cards are like truly just confirming what your tarot cards say, and this is awesome. I love that. I love it. I love it. And I hope that it is really helping you, and I hope that it is resonating for you. And if it isn't, then you're just going to have to choose another pile, buddy. Okay, 18. Trust the flow. There are some things in life we have control over, and others we do not. Micah asks you to trust the spiritual path and earthly journey that beckons you. When you allow the flow of the divine in your life, your connection to the angels becomes stronger. Your journey is unique and your own. Do not let anyone dictate your path. Follow the calling, the feeling in your heart. Many times you may simply know that something is right. At these times, trust that feeling, that knowing, even if it is contrary to what others believe. The beauty and wonder of our earthly journeys is that each one of us has a unique purpose in this life. Allow Micah to reveal to you your purpose and guide you in pursuing it. Definitely, dude. Especially when you're either you're working on excuse me either you're working on this new direction or you're thinking about this new direction, but either way you're being intuitively guided to move forward, so to head in a different direction. And just know that even as you go, you are supported, dude. You're not alone. Your team is with you. You always have help. You always have support, protection. Your angels are with you. That is what honestly, this is your message. This is your Archangel guided message. Obviously, he is with you. As well as other angels, you know. You're not alone. You are not alone. Okay, universal heart. The way we live our lives affects everyone around us since we are all connected on some level. You are asked to live consciously each and every day in everything you do. Your words, your emotions, the food and possessions you buy all have an effect somewhere out there. By your actions, you are creating an impact on the present and future. All life has an equal right to exist on our planet, and it is only through heart-centered living that you are able to coexist peacefully and sustainably with all living beings. Make your choices each day from a heart filled with love, compassion, and understanding. When you are centered in your heart and live from a place of love, you are able to connect with the angelic realm who will guide you in making choices that are for your highest good. For sure, dude. Yes, so that was your angel message. I have enjoyed yours. Actually, I've enjoyed all of these because honestly, in all the groups, it's been the same type of reading, you know. I read the oracle cards, go to the tarot cards, read the other oracle cards and the angel cards, and everything just confirms one another, and it's just beautiful. It really is. I love it. So your archetype card is the Underworld. So let me get to that. Pass it up. One more. Let's see. The Underworld. It says, this is no time to mince worlds. The archetypal territory of the Underworld is fraught with nightmares, suffering, and pain. It is the darkest shadow realm, which we try vigilantly to avoid or deny at any cost. Try as we might, the darkness pulls us into its depths through disturbing dream images, unexpected accidents, illness, war, conflict, and ultimately death. Not visiting the Underworld, or denying its existence altogether, is what gives its dangerous power. Traversing it forces us to bow humbly to the greater forces that be, while summoning the inner strength we previously underestimated. Take solace that the Underworld subsumes everyone from time to time, making us deeper friends, more intimate partners, soldiers of light amid our shadowy times. Facing darkness and choosing light is the most profound calling of all. Ooh, I like that. Oops. I like that for you. Okay. That's all I have for you, Pile 3. Ow! I did not fall. Ow. Jeez. All right. Well, Pile 3. Yeah, something definitely needs to change. My chair just broke and I kind of fell out of it. And now my dog is like begging me to pick him up because I think he thinks I'm injured. But I'm okay, buddy. Okay. So pile 4. I'll have to I'll have to stand up and do this one. So work with me here. Pile 4, the bridge. This is your archetype card. I'm going to lay out your cards just so you can see them all. Just as I did with the other groups. In case you intuitively divine your own messages that you may see that I may not, which is very possible, but I will definitely be reading these out. Your angel messages and your tarot cards. I cannot believe my chair broke. Actually, I'm not even surprised because it kind of looked as it was. I'm going to put these in this order because that's how they came out. Okay. Gosh, this stupid chair. I have another chair. Oh my God. Okay. Anyways, well, now I gotta go buy me another chair. I'm going to start with your Yogic cards here. And forgive me if I pronounce these incorrectly. I will do the best that I can. You have Hanuman and you have Shiva. So let me get to those. I do really love these cards. As I mentioned in the other groups as well. I don't know if you listened to them or if you just skipped ahead to this one, but I mentioned the wonderful detail that these cards offer in helping you see what you may not have been seeing, but also to encourage you. So let's see. You have Hanuman, who is the god of courage. Hanuman represents the evolved mind and the potential we all have to no longer be enslaved to our thoughts, but rather surpass them. When Lord Rama asks Hanuman, "How do you look upon me?" Hanuman answers, when I believe I am the body, then I am your faithful servant. When I know I am the soul, I know myself to be a spark of your eternal light. And when I have the vision of truth, you and I, my Lord, are one and the same. To draw upon Hanuman symbolizes you are aware of this truth. You are more than your physical body, your ego self, your personality, your soul. The truth is that you are the divine, as we all are, split from the same source. Continue to practice meditative states where you are reminded of this universal truth to aid in your evolvement. Love that. Okay. Sorry. Had to adjust a little bit. So yes, the god of courage. Continue to practice meditative states where you are reminded of this universal truth. Okay. Okay. And then we have Shiva. Oh, where it go? Next page. Who is the god of destruction and rebirth. Ooh, I like that. It says you are truly on a yogic path. Shiva is referred to as Adi Yogi, the first yogi ever. Yogi. Okay. He attained enlightenment and abandoned himself in an ecstatic dance atop the Himalayas. When his ecstasy went beyond movement, he became utterly still. People could not understand his switch between ecstatic movement and stillness and thought him mad. However, 7 students wanted to learn how he was moving past physical limitations. This is how he began teaching yoga. Shiva planted the seed of yoga into the human mind. Pulling Shiva represents moving past the limitations from your society, body, mind, or ego. It represents doing the inner work to evolve. It is also a call to service, to teach others your wisdom so they too can become liberated. Okay. I like this. Actually, I pulled this card for myself in a personal reading that I did. I see a lot of growth here. And I know I changed these cards around, but I'm going to change this a little bit. Because I see here that you're amending your heart and you're surrendering to love, but love for yourself and not so much of just love from others, because love from yourself is far more healing, restorative. There you go. But just releasing things from the past that hurt you in some way. Whether there were people breaking your heart, people stealing from you financially, or people just rejecting you and leaving you out in the cold. You know? People may really have taken advantage of you, especially financially. If you're more of someone that saves and, you know, is very well financially managed, or manage your finances very well, here reverse that. But I see here that there's a lot of people that took advantage of you and left you out, and like you gave so much of yourself, you know, to the point where there was literally nothing else that you could give. But you moved past that. You've realized the truth in that you don't have to give so much of yourself for people to love you or appreciate you or to value you. And if in some way that they make you feel that way, then you should definitely look at removing those people from your life. You know, having more respect and trust for yourself, for your own journey. And I know we love to help other people and to do things for others, and I understand that, I do. But there comes a time where there's a fine line between helping others and being other people's crutch, and enabling that by continuing to give and give and give, and not setting boundaries for yourself so that they understand where the limit is of what they're allowed to ask for or how far they're allowed to go, that doesn't reach where it's disrespectful to you or disrespecting your time, your home, or your energy, you know. But definitely putting it back into yourself rather than constantly giving it out. You're always supported, even though you've lost a lot. There's always more that's going to be restored to you in more ways than just financial, truly. I mean, there's emotional healing, physical healing as well that came up, as well as your foundation, your home, where you lay your head. For not a lot of you, but someone may have kicked you out of the place where you lived and left you stranded, and that really hurt you, you know. And it's okay for you to feel that. It's okay for you to feel angry and not wanting to give anything back to them. And don't go giving anything to them, trying to save face or keep the peace. No, don't do that. Just move forward and know that what you need will come to you when the time is right. And for you to reach out to your angels, to your spirit team, to God, to whomever you believe in or pray to, and give them permission to come in and help you. You know, you don't have to struggle and do everything on your own. It's okay to ask for help, especially if it's from your spirit team, because they are always in support of coming in and helping you with whatever it is that you need. But definitely releasing yourself from that situation. If you haven't already, if you haven't already. And I know that, you know, this situation wasn't something that you wanted to go through. I mean, there's a lot of situations that people don't wish to go through, but there are certain things, certain situations, circumstances that are fated to happen, to come in to teach you a lesson for your own betterment. So, yeah. I'm going to move to your Wisdom of the Hidden Realms cards. You have 27, the Sacred Union, and 10, the Arrow Master. And since 10 comes first in the book, I'm going to read that one first. It says, hitting the mark, intention, detachment. Excuse me. The Arrow Master appears to help you target your intentions and teaches you how to shoot straight for the stars. The message is to be deliberate about focusing your dreams and desires with intention and about aligning your intention with spirit. Then let them fly on the wind, directed by the divine, until they reach your goal. The only way to hit the target is to allow the arrow of your intention to fly unencumbered by your eagerness to see it travel exactly the way you want it to go. You may think it needs to veer a certain way to reach your goal, but in the invisible realms, human power cannot make this happen. The divine has its own idea of how the arrow flies and upon what wind it's carried. Nonetheless, if you don't shoot, you'll never score. This is a fortunate message as long as you remember the law of detachment. If you do, then be assured that you are on the right. Be assured that you're right on point. There you go. And then your second card is the Sacred Union. The Sacred Union is all about beautiful, true partnership. It shows you that spirit is listening and is always by your side, helping you co-create your greatest desires and manifest your destiny. When you receive this ally, know that you are never alone on your path. Partnerships with the divine is yours whenever you need help. Wow. The Sacred Union also represents the coming together of all kinds of harmonious alliances, friendships, family, business, and of course, romance. No matter what the form, this message pertains to the value of partnership and reminds you to observe the gifts bestowed upon you by this Sacred Union. This is a very positive omen. I like this because, as I had mentioned before, definitely know that you are not alone, and all you have to do is ask for help, dude. You know, it's not a weakness, it's a strength. Having the strength and the courage to ask for help is far greater than allowing that fear to cripple you and feel like that you need to suffer. You don't need to suffer. You don't have to suffer. There's always help, ever-present help, to either help you see things from a higher perspective or actually like come in and alleviate you from a situation that you feel entrapped in. You know, allowing you to free yourself from what you felt attached to, especially with this detachment, detaching from what was no longer good for you and allowing the new, the expansive, the better parts of life to come in and flow to you. You know, detaching from the old makes room for the new, and not even being attached to that either. So don't focus on the how, when, what, where, who, but just focus on loving yourself and going within and encouraging yourself and motivating yourself and loving yourself and expressing yourself and allowing the authentic version of you to be free and expand within you so that life catches up and catches that vibration that you're on and send you forth your manifestation of the things that align with you on that vibration. So let me get to your angel cards here. Angel inspiration deck. The first one, well, we're going to start with the lowest number here, 28, which is honor life's cycles. Our lives are a sequence of cycles and phases. Learning to recognize your cycles will empower you to take the correct action at the right time. Just as nature has its cycles, understanding your own, as well as how natural cycles affect you, will allow more ease of flow in your life. These cycles always bring change, and it is how you accept change that will make the transition either easy or difficult. The changes in your life can be invigorating and illuminating. Some cycles will require that you be gentle with yourself, that you take time to rest. Other changes may signal that it is time for you to step up and take action. Only you can know what is best for you at any given time. Honor the changing seasons of your life and follow the guidance your body and heart are giving you at these times. I like that. I always like these messages. I say I like that a lot behind these, but I always like them. They're very meaningful and they definitely help. So you definitely have angels helping you with whatever situation or whatever you are going through, at this time. The last angel card here is happiness. It says, when our lives are in turmoil, happiness seems unreachable and we forget that true joy comes from within. You are being asked to look to the simple pleasures that bring lasting happiness into your life. In order to recognize these, you need to live each moment, fully experiencing the now. The happy wag of your dog's tail, the beautiful sunrise, the smell of raindrops, the smile, hug, or kind word from a loved one. Even at sad times, if you can recognize even one small thing that can bring you joy, you will be uplifted and you will begin to see happiness in other areas of your life. Chamuel reminds you that the simple act of putting a smile on another person's face can add to your own sense of joy. You can never know what someone may be going through, but you can make a difference by giving them a moment of joy. Nice. And just so you know, you cannot find happiness outside of you. I'm just going to say that. It came up, so I'm just going to say it. And don't try and look for happiness outside of you. Whether you think if you obtain a certain thing or reach a certain destination or obtain a certain job or career or even be with a certain person, having those things, doesn't make you successful. It doesn't. Or it won't bring you happiness because you need to spark that happiness from within and it'll expand outside of you. Everything else will change around you that will help build and expand that happiness in more areas of your life than just one. Yes, be your own happiness first, because honestly you can't depend on other people's happiness, because we're in these human bodies. Things change. We go through certain things. We can't be happy 24/7. No, that's I wish, but no, that's not possible. But we can be happy in the moments and do our best to remain in that energy. And even if there are times where we're going through difficulties, just know that happiness is always within you. And the times that you're going through won't always be difficult. It won't be. Because you'll continue to grow and expand and evolve, and you'll be able to see things from a higher perspective. And that will open up a new way of you seeing things and allow you to not hold on to things so emotionally, but to intuitively and consciously, higher consciously, see things as they are, rather than how you are wanting them to be or hoping that they be. See the truth for what it is and not for what you want it to be, you know. And I know that people have a hard time hearing the truth, even though everyone says they want to hear the truth. I know that sometimes you may not be ready to hear it, but it doesn't mean that the message doesn't need to be delivered. You know, maybe you'll hear it now, and in a few days or weeks, the message will come to you again, and you won't be triggered by it. You'll be accepting of it, because now you understand, and now you see, and now you know. And once you come into that awareness, it's always, what are you going to do with the information now? You know, are you going to allow it to build you up, to allow you to shift and do things in a different way in your life? Or are you going to allow it to frighten you, to make you shrink back into your comfort zone? There's no growth in your comfort zone. So just try and expand your comfort zone. Step out of it, expand it even more. Step out of it again and expand it even more. You know, you can grow your comfort zone. It doesn't always have to be limited to what you're used to. The more aware you become, the more truth that is revealed to you. And your comfort changes. It grows with you. So even as you step out of your comfort zone, you still remain you, just a better version of you. And truly, it's just you being revealed. You know, there's no new you. It's always been you. It's just removing those distortions, those conditions, those survival methods that we accumulated growing up or going through certain situations and experiences. But not allowing that to overtake us and push us down, but allow us to use those experiences to build us up and to push us to a greater destiny. And enjoying the journey and not focusing so much on the destination, but having that patience, that love, that honor, that respect for yourself, to be kind to yourself, to be gentle to yourself, to be patient with yourself as you go through these life changes. And then, you know, once you heal, not once you heal, but as you heal, you're able to use those previous experiences to help other people. Which is why I feel like we go through most things. Even though it doesn't feel the greatest going through it. Trust, I know. But it all helps give you a greater wisdom down the line. Because I know in those moments it's hard to see it. It is damn hard to see it. But as we continue to grow and evolve and expand and enlighten and reveal those things within ourselves, the truth within ourselves, we come to see why certain events played out in our lives. And even though we may not have wanted it to happen, some things are fated to happen to teach you, to grow you, to expand you, not to, you know, push you down or anything, but to help you grow. But you get to take those life lessons and you get to help other people, because you are never alone in any situation that you're going through. And not to minimize that, you know, everyone goes through stuff, but a lot of people go through the same things. And a lot of people think that they're alone going through their own circumstances and situations. But sometimes it helps to know that you aren't alone. You know, that you aren't just going crazy, or you aren't messed up in the head or messed up some way that you are having to suffer through these. But it's always an opportunity for you to see the truth for what it is, for you to see where you need to make changes, whether that's changes within yourself or changes in your environment, changes in the people around you, changes in what you spend your time on. You know, allowing those things to fall away that aren't serving a higher purpose for you. You know, whatever you hold on to is crippling you in some way. But allowing yourself to detach from those things. Because everything changes. Everything comes and goes. Nothing is permanent. Everything is temporary. So allowing those things to come and go, to flow through your life, rather than you trying to hold on to it. You know, allow old things to fall away so that new can come in. So I'm going to read your card, the bridge. Sorry, it took me a while to get to this. But that just came through, and I just went with it. So the bridge. It says, bridges are built to connect two worlds. They create flow, allowing us to travel between realms, ideologies, personalities. This archetype is a gesture of acceptance, of saying yes rather than withdrawing, separating, and saying no. When we cross a bridge to an unknown land, we are led magically into a new reality. We open up to otherness. Healing and communication are made possible. We enter a state of curiosity, wonder, and learning. The shaman, for example, creates the bridge between the everyday world and the sacred. This card asks us to study the connections between the seemingly disconnected parts of our life, relationships, ideologies, histories. Remember that a bridge can't be forced. It must be made with love, or its structure will not to withstand the inevitable weather of life. Yes. Acceptance, magic, and communication. I like that. Okay. So that's it for you, Pile 4. I do hope you enjoyed the message. If it resonated, that's great. Just let me know in the comment section. And if not, perhaps try listening to a different pile. Yeah, so thank you guys for listening in. I want to thank your guides, my guides, the angels surrounding you and I that brought forth the messages that you and I may have needed to hear at this time. And again, this is a timeless reading. If you enjoyed it, just like, share, subscribe. You know, if not, hey, it's okay. I'm not for everybody, and I'm okay with that. So thank you for listening in. Yeah, bye-bye now. Have a great one.